Hello, my beloveds, brothers, sisters, twin flame soulmates, and other lovers. This is the reading for the end of August, beginning of September. So, we're going into a new era, a new space. Autumn is already here. You smell it in the air. I probably noticed that a lot of you guys are really into your own space, feeling into yourself. The heat that came up in the last weeks that you weren't able to move, um, creating some internal conflicts. Um, uh, Heated conversations came up, stuff like that, irritability. Yeah, a lot of stuff came up, and also your own emotions that needed to be released, that needed to get out, that needed to be cleansed, that needed to be come to the surface to cleanse and to heal and to be released. So there was a lot going on. Now we're in a totally different energy for the twin flames, and I feel there is a deep, deep bond, deep connection between the masculine and the feminine, and they both have trust in this journey, trust in this union, trust in coming back together. Let's see what is in the masculine's mind space. The clarity of belief. Let's see if I can, because the last time it was a little bit dark, so let's see if I can change the camera. Yeah, the clarity of belief. Yeah, that's better. The freedom to let each other free, to feel in the heart space that they are connected together and giving each other freedom and each other space to experience everything that they are going through. And that is what that the divine masculine sees in the divine feminine, that she's taking steps towards this, that she is taking steps to see it from different views and don't see the union as a normal relationship, a normal conventional relationship, because that's not what the twin flame journey is about. The twin flame journey is about being connected to each other's heart space and giving each other the freedom to do what they want, to give them the freedom to support each other, the freedom to let each other have their space and have their room to work through some things. And that's what's going on now in the divine masculine. He is starting to see her kind of view. He's starting to see the view of the divine feminine, of what a twin flame relation is about. So he is getting clarity. It could be that he was looking into it, seeing into it, feeling into it, and discovering that he was that he was on that journey, that he is one of these twin flames, that they are mirroring each other, that they have the same emotions, that they have the same journey to walk. Okay, and that he starts to remember, he starts to feel. So what's going on in his heart space? in his heart space, he is reaching out to her. He is reaching out. He is not sitting still anymore. He is reaching out to her, showing his journey to her. He is not sitting in the energy of victimhood again. He is getting out of it. And he needs, if he wants contact and he misses his divine feminine, he needs to reach out to her. As she reaches out to him, with connection, with her heart space, with her love, he feels her love. He feels her distance. He feels her love from distance, that she is connecting with him. There is a telepathy between them. There is a synchronicity in their lives, even if they're separated. The divine masculine is doing the same things at the same time as the divine feminine. Divine feminine thinking about something, and the divine masculine is coming in. That means they're both connected with their heart space. They're both connected. So for you guys who are on your journey and you're in separation, you know where I'm talking about, what I'm talking about. It could also mean that if your divine masculine is in a space of, going through his own stuff, minding his own business, and you have, I'm starting to purge already here for you guys. And he's feeling alone and going through some emotions because of the light that comes in. Reach out to him. Reaching out to him is the best thing you can do. So give him space. You also know that he needs his space to have that freedom, and that he is feeling more, and that he's also getting the clarity of belief that he's on the right path. And when he is on that right path, he will show you, he will let you know and reach out from his heart space to you, and you feel him. You absolutely will feel him, because it your journeys are going to synchronize, and that's one step closer to your union. How does he see the divine feminine? He sees her as that she is the light, that she is breathing in light, that she's connecting with her universe, that she's connecting and walking her journey and having a great time. And he is asking her, just breathe, take rest, take a breath, take some time for yourself. He is seeing what she's doing. He is seeing where she's working at. And he also asked her, if you are in my environment, please take some rest. Please breathe. Breathe slowly, get into this beautiful heart space of yours, and connect with your universe and with your guides. So you are in this energy that you can rest and breathe. Okay, so he is supporting her from the universe and giving her signals that she has to take care of herself, feeling the light between them both, and just breathe in and out his love for her. Okay, that's a beautiful one. What's going on with the divine feminine? In her mind space, there's a tower. A huge tower in her mind space. The tower came in, and she needs to rebuild herself. She needs to rebuild her strength. She needs to rebuild everything for herself, and she gets supported. She gets support from her guides. She gets support from everything and everything of the universe around her. So she is rebuilding her views. She is rebuilding her meanings. She is rebuilding everything that she is standing for. So she is opening her heart space, and she's working from her heart space, you know, um, out of the tower, out of a very expressive emotions that needed to get out. Now she's in her heart space, and going to her heart space, and need to rebuild this mental space of her. She needs to become mentally stronger, and Divine Masculine sees that she is rebuilding herself. What's in her heart space? In her heart space, love abounds. In her heart space, she knows that love always will win, that the love will overcome, that when she focuses on love, that there is this space that will be fulfilling in her life. When she focuses on the things that she loves, the focus where her heart goes out to, he knows that she will fulfill it, and the love abounds. Love will come back to her, and she knows this. She feels it in her heart space. She knows it. She feels it in every cell of her body, that she will be in union again with Divine Masculine. You know, she is rebuilding her strength, rebuilding her, and it could be that that a lot of Divine Feminine could be that they're starting a new journey, a new house, that they're moving, or that they are starting a new workshop or a new training, or you know, getting a new pet in the house. Or I see a lot of things. I see also someone who gets a little dog in the house, you know, as a friend and as a friendship for herself, to keep companionship and to move. Yeah, there's a lot going on with the Divine Feminine, I see. How does she see the Divine Masculine? That he is integrating all the elements, and that he is going with the flow. That he is not thinking about things, that he is just there, let things happen and let it all go and flow. So he is going with his emotions. Let the emotions flow. If there is hurt that comes up, you know, he looks at it, let it go, and turn it around. I also see that he is not pushing himself to do anything. He is just in his heart space, just going and let all happen what comes his way. He is taking everything in consideration. He is taking everything in his life, what comes, with great grace and ease. It's also for you, Divine Feminine, to know that your Divine Masculine is way more sensitive than you think. It could be that your actions had much more impact on him than you will ever know. You know, if you there are two things: saying things and taking action. And if your actions were wrong, know that you are really, really hurting your divine masculine. And that could really, lead to the breakup that there already was, and that the separation because of that only will become bigger and bigger. So notice if you are, if you hurt your divine masculine, take the responsibility for your actions. Know that you can't turn it around, and that you can't change it. The only thing that you can do is change your behavior in the future. Reprogram yourself with reprogram yourself with other thoughts, with other behaviors, because it's not only the divine masculine you hurt, but you also hurt yourself with it. And that's what he tries to tell. He's showing you, I'm taking it all, and I'm letting it go, but in his system, the hurt is still there. So there needs to be a change in the behavior for you as divine feminine to come to your divine masculine with more sensitivity, more care, and more presence for him, and give him more love, than he ever deserved in his life. So he needs a lot of love, and that's what I sense at the moment out of the collective of the masculine. The masculines are much more in need at the moment than the divine feminine is. Emotions of the divine masculine in neediness and needing warmth and loving is bigger than in the divine feminine, because the divine feminine, she is filling herself up with the light of the universe. What will support the divine masculine? Taking control of his life. He needs to know where he is coming from, who his ancestors are, how strong they were, how beautiful they were. When he connects with the ancestral energy, then he will remember who he is. He isn't the person who he is with the divine feminine in her energy. He has to release all these old patterns, all what the feminine said to him. The belief that he isn't good enough, the belief that he is, and I know that the divine feminine could be very harsh when there is a breakup, and when there is separation. So know that he needs to take back the control in his life, to go and find himself again. Who is he? Who was he before he met you? How can he release the energy of you by cutting cords, by releasing the hooks, by releasing the wounds, by healing the wounds, and coming back slowly into his true self, the true self of his ancestor line, the grandfather, the grandmother. He has all the traits of them. He has the DNA of them, their pride, their kindness, their loving, their strongness, their loyalty. He needs to remember that. He needs to remember who he is, and that he is not just a piece of fabric that is clayed in the hands of the Divine Feminine. He needs to come back in his own power, and he needs to come back in his alignment with his true self, with his light being, with everything that is serving him. So he needs to go and do that journey, because when that courage is coming in from the ancestral lines, then he will transform and get in action from his inner warrior, get the action from his inner warrior, and to do the things by himself, so he can strengthen himself and get the courage and get back in control and get back on the horse and get control over his emotions. That he don't sob in his emotions, but that he snap out of it. How does he sees the Divine Feminine? She walks her path. What is it? She takes action. What she's saying, she's manifesting. She's manifesting everything in her life by being positive, by creating another environment around herself, to encourage everybody around her to make next steps. And this is what he wants in this relationship for her. He wants to manifest her into his life. And he sees that there is the fire and the water, and the hot and the cold. And that is what he needs to balance out. And he sees and he's yearning for her coming back. He's yearning and looking forward to her, to see her again. And he is manifesting her back in his life by talking to her, using his throat. And he also sees that his Divine Feminine is manifesting the things that she wants in her life, that she is rebuilding herself and making a new creation out of herself. And that inspires him to do the same. It inspires him to do the same. As she takes action in her soul, he will take action in his soul, because their souls are one. What is the Divine Feminine supporting? She is confronting her shadows. She is confronting her ego. She is confronting what needs to be out in the open, what needs to be removed, what needs to be changed in her life. And that's where she's building on. She's confronting her shadows. She's confronting her behavior. She is confronting her thoughts. She is confronting how she treats other people. She is confronting also how she judges. We can't really avoid judgments, because we are our own judgment. We judge ourselves in the most critical way that there is. And we need to stop doing this to ourselves. Also, stop judging other people. And she is working on this shadow side. She is working on it and confronting herself, like, where is it coming from? Why is the need that I need to be stronger and be better than another person? And that means that there is an underlying emotion there that isn't viewed at, that they are not looking at, that they are just want to put the other person down. And that means that there is hurt, that means that there is another emotion of lack, of rejection, of everything else that she went through in her life. So she is now looking at it, viewing it. She is confronting her shadow with it. She is transforming this. She is working deep. She is doing deep soul work. So and she is going through she is going through it every step, and not only mentally. She is doing it physically. She is doing emotionally. She is doing it spiritually. She is taking all the layers of the system to work through her shadow sides, so she can view her divine masculine as new, you know, without just judgment, without the past issues. And she is really trying and working to transform that, so she can look at the relationship when it's coming in and when it's coming union, for you who are still in separation, or in that she's looking at it as it comes in as a whole new relationship, not just from the past. But she also knows that the past needs to be healed, and she is working at it. How does she see the divine masculine? That he is awaiting for results. He is waiting patiently to see the results of his progression, of his strength, of his creativity, of doing the things by himself, of getting the courage. He is waiting for her. He is awaiting her results. He is awaiting and waiting for her to come back. And this fire is starting into his system and he's already seeing the results of what's going on in the relationship. So when you are in union with your divine masculine, you know, be present, be with him, feel him, engage with him, support him, and love him even more. So because he needs the security to know that he is loved. He needs the certainty that he is loved, you know, and bring in variety and playfulness to get the fire and the passion going. Okay? What is blocking the divine masculine? What is blocking the divine masculine? The door to personal healing and happiness. At the moment, he is blocked for his personal happiness. He is working on his personal happiness. He is going through this. He is trying to take everything in alignment. He is opening the doors to go through that healing, to go into the light and heal himself. And he is trying to do everything about it, you know, but up till he is healed, he is still opening the doors to walk through it. What will he do about it? He is asking support from the universe to heal him. and changing his mind, taking control um, over his emotions. He is taking a stand to blossom in abundance, to focus his energy on something different than lack, than in a lower vibration. He is raising his vibration by meditation, by healing, by doing the things that he wants to do, by doing the fun things, you know? And he starts to love. That's what I see. He starts to love himself, opening himself up for abundance. What is blocking the divine feminine? Her temple path is blocked at the moment because of the healing, because of confronting her shadows, because of everything she's going through, and that she is rebuilding herself. And in this rebuilding herself, there is not enough time. And she takes priority in her own system. She is praying with her guides. She is taking action, not so necessarily on the land, but is retreating herself into her house space and creating her own temple space. And it's her temple path is a bit distracted at the moment because of all the other things that are going on in her life. She is grounding the energy, but she knows that she will walk her temple path again after being done with her healing journey. Okay? And what she's going to do about it? She is going to be gentle, kind, and loving for herself. She is holding the heart of the divine masculine. She is holding her own heart, and she is very kind for herself. Give herself everything that she needs at the moment, and she's taking care of her first. So that's what's going on. What is combining themselves? What is combining the twin flames? Boundaries. They're giving their boundaries. They're shielding themselves. They're protecting themselves. They are withholding energies from the outside so they can heal in their own time and in their own space. So nobody else will come into this bubble to disturb their peace. So they taking time. They taking time to reflect, time to connect, time to go through their emotions. They're separating. In separation, they're going through their own healing journey. And they are disconnecting from the outside world so they can do their work. They agreed to this on a soul level, that they will give boundaries to each other. What brings them together? The void. Resting, rejuvenating, going into nothingness. Going take space for themselves. And knowing that they will come back together again. You know, it's the knowing, just the void, just the energy, letting go. And this is what the divine masculine needs to trust on. Divine masculine has his needs. And in this journey, his needs will be met when there is this union. All his needs will be met, and he knows this. But he needs to step up his game and take control of everything. because Divine Feminine did enough. Divine Feminine brought everything in balance. And now it's up to the Divine Masculine to heal himself, step up to the plate, and show him that he is worthy of her. And in some cases, the Divine Masculine thinks that he is not worthy of her, but he was always worthy for her. Only he doesn't have this self-worth to see it. And now that he's taken control of his life, going back to the ancestors, you know, getting back your energy, knowing who you are from your ancestral line, step in their energies, step in their strength, step in their courage. And because if you look at what you want to see, you're going to see it. If you look at the weakness, you only find weakness. If you look at their strength and their courage and what they went through, you can take that strength and model it and step into that strength. In the strength of the fathers, in the strength of the grandmothers, in the strength of the goddess, in the strength of the god. You know, if you stepping in the energy of the hern, if you stepping in the energy of the green man, you will find a total different energy than you ever experienced in your life. Because you are that god and goddess within. And that will bring them together. Because they're both taking this energy of rest, going to nothingness, and getting in strength. Not only mentally strength, physical strength, but also emotional strength. Spiritual strength. That's what I hear. Let's see what the Lovers cards, the Lovers Oracle deck has to say for the Divine Masculine. They're flying out, guys. Wow. And for the Divine Feminine. That's good. And one overall card for themselves. For both of them. Both. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I will take the heart cards. One for the masculine, please. One, please. I think he's impatient. He's impatient. Oh my goodness. A bit impatient. He has so many things to tell her. Wow, he's flipping. He's flipping. Yes. Divine Feminine. And one for the overall. Well, these are so hard to shuffle. Okay, let's see. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond will deepen. And that's exactly what happened. They showed their inner fears. They showed their inner strength. They showed their love for each other. They opened up to each other. Divine Masculine opened up to the Divine Feminine to show everything that is going on in his life, what his fears are, what his strengths are, what he is vulnerable towards her. And she sees it as his strength. She sees the strength and the courage that you need to have to be vulnerable and allow yourself to open up, allow yourself to be to show your innermost deep wounds, but also your deep love, because only love will heal this. Only love will heal this. So that's they start to know each other more and more, deeply and deeply. As there was a time of no communication at all, now they start to know each other. So that's why the Divine Feminine says, you know, I'm trying to release the judgments so I can see this as a total new relationship, and I'm working on it. This is a message for the Divine Masculine from the Divine Feminine. My beloved, be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities that you admire in one another are the qualities you both possess. Actually, equally so, the qualities that you don't like are also a reflection of your own. So be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities that you admire in someone else is also the quality that you both possess. And equally so, the qualities that you don't like in the other person are also your own reflection. So know what you don't like in somebody else. It's also triggering something deep within you that is recognized. So, okay. What's the message for the Divine Feminine from the Divine Masculine? Deep in your heart, you already know the answer, and do what feels right. Divine Masculine says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer, and you have to do what feels right. Don't let yourself distracted by other people that want another outcome, or that want to come in between, or that want to give you another journey or another opinion. It's their opinion and they have a right on that opinion, but you don't have to follow it. Follow your own heart, because that knows best. Most of the time, these opinions are made and coming from fear. Fear and coming of grief and coming from pain. Pain that is not healed. This is for both of them. You are my soulmate. It's already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. You know, your soulmate or your twin flame is another part of you. And it's already in your spirit. They are already in union. the masculine and the feminine within you are already in union. Believe this and they will manifest in the physical world. And it happens. It really does. It really, really, really exists. And they will come in that time and space when they're ready and they're healed. So believe this, know this, because you know it in your heart. You know it already in your heart space. That's what he says. You know in your heart space that I'm the one, that I'm your twin flame, that I will come to you. But he is going to a healing journey. And it takes time. It could take years, could take years. But you need to love yourself first. You need to love yourself first. Divine Masculine needs to love himself first before you can give it to someone else. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Do the things you love. Do the things that you really like. What is your passion? What is going to make you fire up? That makes your eyes glow. What is making your eyes glow? What is making you happy? Smile. Smile more. If you see your divine feminine, smile. Because that's the first connection your heart will make. Before you know it, when the souls see each other, they're so happy to see each other. It's not nothing about the mind. It's their souls. You can't come between those souls. Because they're already in union. One more time, please. Okay. And one card of the light for the Divine Masculine. Wow. And one card for the Divine Feminine. Is that one also flying out? A lot of energy. Wow, yeah. And one of both of them. One card, please. This one. Okay. Beautiful. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. For the Divine Masculine, divine animals. Channel the energy of the Leo. Connect with the energy of the lion, of the courage, of the strength, of their love. And you get guidance from the divine to connect with it, to bring it back in balance, to bring back in balance the energy of the Leo, the energy of the lion within you. Maybe there's a lion within you that really wants to scream. So connect with the totem animal and go and roar and get that strength back into your system. And maybe it could be that you're afraid of the lion you know, that you're scared of the lion, that you're in the lame, in the lamb energy, you know, the sheep energy. So go back, and that's also has to do with this card, you know, control. Take control of your life. Go back into the ancestors, connect with your totem animals, and use that energy to move forward. Beautiful, beautiful. For the divine feminine, connect with your soul family, connect with the star beings, connect with everything that is light around you. It's time for you to raise your vibration and go to your spirit guides, go to the blue ray beings, connect with Kuan Yin, with your spirit guides, with everybody from the ascended masters, you know, ascended masters, that you connect with your light and your spirits, and keep on doing this. You know, you also know that your divine masculine is your soul family, that he is coming from the same source as you do, only they don't recognize it that quick as that you did. You know, sometimes we ascending as women more quickly than the masculine does. So you need to know that he is ascending from the same soul family that you met before, that you met in the stars, that you met in former lifetimes, multiple times. So know this. Know that he is your soul family. And guide him through everything. Guide him through Kuan Yin of compassion and love. And what is for the divine feminine and the masculine? Whispers. Whisper to each other, sending each other messages through the universe. Protect yourself with the pyramids. Give yourself the strength of the pyramid, the protection of the pyramid. Protect yourself with the starlight. Radiate. Connecting. Let the soul whisper the love towards your divine masculine. And let it blossom, let it shine to all sides of the universe. Not only to him, because you all know when the twin flames come together, 144,000 dark energies will be removed from this earth plane. If you don't go into ascension with your divine feminine or your divine counterparts, and it doesn't always have to be a feminine, can be a masculine, you know. Know that if you don't ascend in this energy, that you will be left behind. So, and that's not a threat. That's a reassurance that it will happen, because this world at the moment is not a bright one, and it's only when you go up to a higher level and a higher frequency you can exist. You can't exist anymore on a lower frequency, because on the lower frequency there is war. When you raise your vibration, you're going over it, and you're going to a higher vibration where everything is love, where everything is light, and where you don't have to fight. And at that point of the pyramid, we will meet. Okay. Wow, that's quite a channeling. So I will thank you all for watching my videos. I'm so grateful for all my viewers, that you supporting my channel, that you sending me messages, let me know in the description box below how your journey is going, where you're at in your journey, so we can get the communication flowing, that we can support this channel. Please like and share these videos if you like them and they resonate with you. Please share them on Facebook, on YouTube. I really will appreciate your contribution for supporting my channel. So I thank you so much. If you want a private reading, I can channel your Divine Masculine to see where you are in your journey, to see how, if there are any blocks left that needs to be removed and that needs healing. And I can help you with that and support you in this. So I'm asking you, if you need support, let me know. Okay, and I will connect with you. Love and blessings, and see you. Bye bye. Till next week.